continuing part 2 of our tarot story. The manifested god now on earth, named Ophiuchus, had a journey to discover. A powerful magician and his high priestess sister visited Ophiuchus, him that they had great gifts to give him, elemental tools to bypass the elements and ascend to the sky to become like the gods. This was his destiny, and he would become what's known as the serpent bearer. This fate bestowed upon him by the blood of the gods that manifested him during their battle when their blood spilled upon the earth. Ophiuchus, ignoring his destiny for now, fell in love with the high priestess and her beauty. He accepted the gifts from the magician, though: a cup, a sword, a wand, and a coin. Holding these gifts in his back pocket, he was only concerned with the love he had for his priestess, and he learned through this love to master all of his emotions. Feeling every part of the fluent water flowing around his heart, awakening it when he looked at his beautiful priestess, until one of the gods whispered in their servant empress's ear, instructing the empress of the lands and worlds to kill the beloved priestess. Though the gods feared Ophiuchus and his power, they wanted to see his journey, now understanding he is the child of all the gods' wisdom by their blood. They want to see how far he will go. Will he endure his destiny or ignore it? So the empress agrees, murdering the priestess to urge Ophiuchus's journey forward to his destiny. Ophiuchus felt as if his entire world was gone. How could he go on without his love? He defied his destiny and the gods, seeking revenge upon the empress for all her deeds against him. Then he retreated to a cave to hide from the chaos outside and inside of him. He had mastered all the emotions of love, but he isn't able to master the heartbreak he's feeling, until Odin saw this, shape-shifting into an old wise wanderer to visit the cave. He spoke to Ophiuchus and told him he cannot escape his fate, that the Norns have already woven who he will become, that souls are eternal. He masters the other 3 elemental bodies within his own body. He could be great and see his love again one day. Ophiuchus felt in his heart that the wise man was right, and joy overcame him for the first time since his love's death, knowing that if he did this and completed his destiny, he could see her again, and he would walk through every pit of hell to find her. Processing his heartbreak, he stood to his feet, lifting the sword that the great magician gave him, battling the shadows that all of this pain had created. Spiritual, he learned to meditate. He learned to dominate his mind and his thoughts. No longer would they get the best of him. He would think along with feeling and merge the 2 elemental skills together. The tools that the magician gave him has helped so far, but he still had 2 more tools to integrate in order to become what he's destined to be. So leaving the cave, Ophiuchus comes face to face with the emperor, who wants revenge for Ophiuchus murdering his wife, but a demigod called Karma had interrupted the quarrel. She told the emperor that they were even, The emperor walked away under the glaring eyes of judgment, but swore he would kill Ophiuchus. And this revenge became the only thing the emperor lived for, consuming him fully as he laughed to himself, thinking Ophiuchus may have mind and heart, but he doesn't have the inner flame of passion to match the emperor. That night, sitting under the moon, another demigod visits Ophiuchus, warning him of the emperor's plans regardless of what her sister Karma had ordered the emperor to do. So she told him to use his wand and master the next element. And so Ophiuchus did. All night long he practiced and disciplined himself, wielding his powerful wand and integrating the holy flame inside of him, until he felt it burn, warming him from within. He let all of his passion feed his sword when the next morning he drove it through the emperor's heart. Justice was served. Now Ophiuchus could continue on his journey of destiny, and the gods watched from the sky as he traveled the path to the threshold of the gods. Ophiuchus had no idea how to cross it or enter its realm until a snake slithered to his feet from under the roots of Yggdrasil, the gate to the realm of the gods. Ophiuchus didn't know, but the serpent was Loki. He had a tricky message for Ophiuchus from the gods. He had to die, sacrificing himself on the branches of Yggdrasil in order to cross into the threshold of the gods. While this was true, this was also a test from the gods to see if Ophiuchus would become one like them, secretly hoping he might die, immortal, and not join them in the sky, all of them threatened by his power. But brave Ophiuchus hung himself for 9 days and nights, like Odin, a challenge straight to the god. His body died, laying there lifeless, swinging under the branch of Yggdrasil, the rope creaking against the wood as the wind blew. But when the Valkyries came to take him away, as the gods laughed and rejoiced over his death, Ophiuchus was reborn, with a strength like no other god in the sky. From the spirit of the tree of life, he began to manifest great things. Now, with his heart, head, passion, and grounded spirit whole, he became a great constellation in the sky next to the other gods. And there he represented all the gods in one by his blood. This awe and revelation bestowed upon the gods through watching his journey and seeing his bravery and strength caused them all to decide to let Ophiuchus be a symbol of their peace and unity. They chose to let humanity choose what gods they would honor for themselves. And Ophiuchus, now at ultimate bliss, bearing 2 serpents for eternity, the divine masculine, himself, and the divine feminine, his love, the priestess, reside together forever in the sky. The gods still held ages for honoring purposes, but were ultimately happy with their newfound respect and peace among one another. Ophiuchus alone would now command the elements on earth and help humanity with the same opportunity to ascend as he did, and one day be among the stars and the gods.